Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a review and demo of Maybelline The Blushed Nudes palette. And I was so excited when Maybelline sent me this. I haven't tried it yet, I haven't even swatched it, so I'm not going to be like, oh, this thing's amazing, but it is kind of exciting to see a palette at the drugstore. I did try the Maybelline The Nudes palette, and this is the Blushed Nudes. The Nudes was more of like a dupe for the Naked one. I think this is supposed to be a dupe for, you know, one of the other Naked palettes. It makes me curious, since there are 3 Naked palettes, if they're going to do a third just like this. It runs for $10 retail. The shades are more pinky in tone. They're definitely like silvers and cool tones, pinks, gray, taupey shades. I have the Maybelline Lust for Blush, the matte, creamy matte lipsticks. And this is $6.65 Lust for Blush. It's just a really easy to wear, like, mid-tone pinky shade for like every day. I wanted to talk about this palette again. This has 12 shades and it is 0.34 ounces. And I just wanted to point out that it looks small. This is the Lorac Pro 2 palette. It looks small, right? But this Lorac palette is actually 0.32 ounces and this is 0.34 ounces. So don't let it fool you. It is thicker. Do you see the thickness? This is the Maybelline, and this is the Lorac. Do you see how the Maybelline palette might be, it's thicker. So the pots are deeper. You get the same amount of product with those 12 shadows as you do in 16 of the Lorac Pro. Just pointing that out. Okay, so the look I'm going to do today, since I'm wearing a mauve lip and a pinky cheek, I thought I would go ahead and do kind of like the silvers, just for fun. Something I don't do a whole lot, so I figured I'd do it. The color I'm drawn to, first of all, is this color right here. I don't know why it's speaking to me, so I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to tap that on the lid. I guess I'll go ahead and do some swatches for you. So this shade looks pretty deep in the pan. Like when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a dark shade. But I just swatched it on my hand. It actually reminds me a lot of MAC Satin Taupe or Makeup Geek's Taupe Notch, or I don't know, it's very taupey. So I'm just going to tap that on the lid. I like it though. Like, this has a pretty good amount of shimmer. It didn't kick up a whole lot of dust in the palette, as you can see. It's not like, you know, I have to blow it or anything, because it didn't kick up too much. I'm going into this shade, and this is kind of like a creamy mauve shade. I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to show you right now. It's right next to the silver shade. So it's just kind of like a creamy beigey pink color. I'm going to put that in as my transition shade. That one doesn't really come off much. It really just kind of looked like the color I had on before. I like that they have a brow bone color in here. There's that one lonely white color. But my issue with it is that it is not matte. So people may not like that. It seems a little chalky and it doesn't swatch that well. See, it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. And it's patchy. It doesn't swatch real well, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. I'm using just a little tiny brush and I'm tapping that under the brow bone. And in the inner corner of the eye. Now I'm using one of the deeper shades. This is the color right here in the palette. And I swatched it next to the white. It's pretty deep. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it, or a sheen. I'm going to go ahead and take that and do that on the outer part of the eye. Okay, and now I'm going in, just because I can, with this color up here. I'll swatch it on the other hand for you. It is kind of the most pink in the entire palette. It's a good amount of like almost a metallic finish. Pinky color. Very, very pretty. And I'm going to put that right next to that deep color and blend the lid shade with the deep color, with the metallic shade. Because I can, and I want to use up as many of these colors as I can so that we can get a good idea if this is a good palette. So now I'm taking that same brush and I'm just blending back and forth above the crease and in the crease. I feel like my eye look actually looks a little muddy, and I don't know if that was me or the shadows. You know, was it my choices and how I chose to wear them, or is it because the shadows just blend muddily? I'm not sure. Okay, so now I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to use some of these on my lower lash line. I'm going to use this deep purple, really deep color. It reminds me of MAC's Beauty Marked, but nowhere near as pigmented. Whoa, it is shimmery. Let me show you. You see all the glitter specks in it? Alright, so pencil brush, we're going to try it. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of liner and mascara, and when I come back I will give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the final look. I used an Urban Decay liner in Sabbath, which is like a deep navy, just to kind of change things up. And I like smudged it out with my finger, so don't judge me. My hands are like filthy right now. But I think that the quality of this palette is really good. If the nudes thing is your thing, like the drugstore is your price point and these are your favorite kinds of colors to wear on your eyes, these will pop especially on green eyes or hazel eyes. Those kinds of shades really make them pop. So I would recommend this, especially if you're on a budget. For $10, this is incredible. And I think that the powder quality is pretty good. I don't own the Naked 2 or 3, so I can't tell you, you know, how it compares as far as if the shades are the same or any of that stuff. But I can say that it applies pretty nicely and that you do have some good options for looks. I don't think, you know, you're going to get 100 different looks out of this because I feel like many of the shades kind of look like each other. Like these three here, kind of similar. These silvers here are kind of similar. Like, you can create different looks. I'm just saying it's not maybe as versatile as some other palettes that I have. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.